Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where, as I said in the last episode, this is version 1.8 still. The save is bound to version 1.8 now, and unfortunately, other than starting over, there's not a lot I can do about that. But what I can do is do like I said before, and complete these contracts and call it good. So let's hop on over here, specifically to, that's the habitation module, specifically to this guy, the mining module. And we are currently mining. So that's exciting. It must be filling these tanks. Yes, indeed it is. Okay. That seems fine. So obviously we don't have any landing wheels on this guy. And that's by design. So the idea would be that we would drive over all of these. And, I mean, this guy's tipped over because of the bug. So I think what I'm going to say is it would just be super easy to actually drive them over 1 kilometer if it wasn't for the bug. And then we'd be able to dock up the base over there. But we're just going to say, for right now, you know what? For the sake of time, that's not truly necessary. What we can do is we can do this, and we can say if we were able to dock things up, we would, but we're not able to because of the bug, so we're not going to. Instead, what we're going to do is we are going to acquire 450 units in this, and the reason we have so much here is because we needed to be able to have 2,000 units of ore in our outpost. So we're going to achieve this, and we're going to achieve this via mining, and this could take a while. We are landed. It's fine. Trust me. Yeah, see, it's fine. We're landed. Fantastic. So that is going to take quite a while to run. Now, it seems like they made it so that this runs when the craft isn't loaded, or rather, it probably calculates how much it would have run when the craft gets loaded, is my theory on how that works. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this here doing this. And I'm just checking our heating because we didn't actually check that. Thermal efficiency seems fine. And we're not going to convert any of this over just yet because we need to have 2,000 units of ore in our outpost. And as far as a facility supporting at least 10 Kerbals, technically we do have that. We don't have an antenna on this. The base core has an antenna. But I was just thinking we could drive over the habitation module and dock that theoretically, because didn't we launch that after the bug? I'm pretty sure that would work. Let me just hop over to the habitation module. I'm going to quick save, turn off the brakes, and where are we headed? We're headed over there. Okay, we're currently facing backwards, so we need to go this way. And we can just bring the hab module over, and we should be able to dock it up and satisfy this. Now, this technically doesn't have an antenna in it. The antenna is here, and that would have been part of the base if we hadn't have hit the bug. So, I'm probably just going to say this section, I mean, we can generate power, we have a docking port, we just need an antenna. And technically, we do have an antenna here, and an antenna here, and an antenna in that drone core, but it means a separate antenna part, and I realize that. We've got one there, and if it hadn't have been for the bug, it would have been part of this base. So I'm going to go ahead and satisfy this contract otherwise, except for the antenna, and then I'll just use the cheat menu to completely satisfy it, since it would definitely have made it. But I just want to check to see if we can dock these up I'm very interested to know that. I think that we can. That's my theory anyway. We are starting to get quite a lot of speed. I'm gonna try to reduce this a bit. There we go. Why is this module debris our target anyway? That seems weird. I never set that up. But this has been downhill the whole way, which is super nice for getting this thing over here. But this is what we would have done with each of the parts individually and then re-hooked them up over here. Most likely. Well, actually, most likely I probably would have made this a wheeled vehicle as well, if it wasn't for the bug. And I would have rolled this to the base, but it's fine. So let's... Ooh. Ooh, okay. Okay, that was exciting. And entirely my fault. I was trying to brake and ended up losing traction there. Again, entirely my fault. Okay, let's turn this like so. And if I recall correctly, I'm able to get enough leverage on this thing with the reaction wheels to flip it. Kind of. This is exciting. We can kind of take it this way. The reaction wheels are really strong. Oh, hello. Goodbye, power. Been nice knowing ya. There we go. Perfect. Thanks, reaction wheels. We'll put them on SAS only again. And we've even still got a panel here. I just hope that we have enough power, because it would be awkward if we didn't. Or rather, enough cooling capacity here. I think we do, because that was a four-way couple and we only took out 2 of them. How did we get 2 of them taken out there? Ah, whatever. I think we still have enough cooling capacity. I hope. I mean, we definitely do. It just means that this would take forever. Ooh, that was awkward. Okay, what are we looking at for height? So see, the idea here is we just do a target extension for this, as well as back here, about the same. In fact, we should go up a little higher to like maybe 0.5. Something kind of like that. And then dock these up. We need to go still a little higher. There we go. Whoa! What just blew up? Okay, so we can see here the bug is still affecting this. And it destroyed something, but I don't actually know what. Oh, this wheel. Okay. That's fine. So we know the bug is still affecting this guy. We were docked up briefly there, so I'm going to count that as good enough. And we're going to hop back into... Oops. Went too far. Hop back into this guy, where I think nothing was destroyed. Which is good. Now these coolings... The cooling system is now at half capacity, which is a bit unfortunate, but it'll have to do. So how much ore have we collected? I mean, not a ton. We've collected about 1 ore. We need to collect 2,000 ore. So, no crown contact. What? Hang on. Oh, it turned these off. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and restart them. And hope that the thermal efficiency is fine. It seems to be. And with that being the case, I think we're going to be okay. So I'm going to quick save this. And we have now successfully achieved having a facility supporting at least 10 Kerbals, if you count this as supporting 9, and our base core, which we can't hook up, as supporting 1. The base core has an antenna on it, so we have achieved everything here except having 2,000 units of ore in our outpost. So we need to do that, but we only need to bring back 450 units. So most of it we're going to convert into fuel, and the rest that we don't need, we're going to jettison. However, for right now, we're just going to let this run, because it's going to take a while to fill up enough ore here. Now, this thing can't hold 2,000 ore, but the mining module over here, specifically this guy, makes up the rest. What just happened over there? What? When I went over... Okay. We're getting more bugs here. When I went over, this vehicle blew up. So I guess I can't leave this vehicle on the moon loaded. Well, this is awkward. So, are we... Nope, we are not started. There we go. Okay. Heading back to the Space Center. And we are going to start working on another contract. Specifically, we are going to start working on one of these that we have active right now, which is extract ore from Minmus. Now, we've already extracted enough ore from Minmus to accept this, but we're going to have to do it again. This here is basically going to be complete. This one is basically going to be complete, as is this. So a satellite in equatorial orbit of the moon, and docking in orbit of Kerbal. But we need to take one of these ore tankers to Minmus, and we're going to have to land it away from our base for the express purpose of trying to not destroy our base with the physics bug. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the ore tanker. And this should be plenty of Delta V for Minmus as well. It took us... We had, what, about 400 Delta V to spare for Moon, but landing on Moon requires quite a lot more Delta V than landing on Minmus does. So that's a thing. But I'm going to go ahead and fix this alignment, because that was bothering me. Although I do need to be in two-way radial symmetry. That would help. And I'm going to do the same thing... Well, am I actually? I think the alignment on the thermal control panels is fine. Yeah, I think so. So let's go ahead and bring this over to Minmus. Assuming it loads. And we're going to want to put this in a different location. And as far as getting the rock from Minmus goes that we have the contract for, I don't know if I'm really going to be doing that. We'll have to see. But I'm throttling down right now until we pass through max Q, which is right around here generally. I mean, it changes based on how you have it throttled and your thrust to weight, but I usually just assume that max Q is right about here, and it's about where it is. So we're going to take this guy on up and over to Minmus and get it started mining, and then work on some of our other contracts while these two are working on their mining loads, which would be absolutely ideal to get those out of the way. It's also basically time to put a cut in here, and I think I'm going to do that once we get this guy into orbit, or if I have to revert it, I'll do it then. But I don't think I'll have to revert this. I'm going to throttle up here pretty soon. I think once we reach 10 kilometers, I'll go ahead and throttle up. And maybe start the gravity turn as well. Yeah, let's throttle it up. And let's start that gravity turn, and hopefully we don't backflip. Whoa, okay. Whoa, that's very responsive. Can we, maybe get the correct inclination? That would be nice. Okay, I'm just gonna hold here. We're looking to stabilize. Off go the side boosters. Fantastic. We're now looking at getting at the horizon. What's our current apoapsis? Plenty high. Okay. Let's get that sweet, sweet horizontal speed going. Once we reach 125, I'm going to cut engines a little over 125, actually, since we're still in the atmosphere. Okay, and let's go ahead and circularize this. That's too much circularization. That's about right. That'll do. Although I'm going to move this over a tiny amount. Moved it too much. That is close enough. So this is a 2 minute, or rather a 1 minute 2 second burn. So we want to burn this at 31 seconds, T minus. So we're going to head over to that maneuver node very, very slowly. But we're pretty close to it, so it'll be fine. However, I do need to put that cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to go ahead and get this guy over to Minmus. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you all next time.